I approach my 2-day debut in a few weeks, I've begun to get super nostalgic about what it was like when I very first started streaming. I've only been streaming for a year and a half, but something about my first month as a VTuber is just so nostalgic to me. I've learned a lot in this time, and here are some things that I regretted doing in this first year. Whether you're considering being a VTuber, just started out, or maybe you've been streaming for a while, I hope some of these may provide some insight and can help you out in your own streaming journey. Number 1 is really going to apply the most to people who are considering streaming but haven't quite started yet. The first thing I regret doing is not starting sooner. I did a couple of casual streams in the winter of 2021, but I hadn't properly started streaming until January of that next year. Sometimes I wonder what things would have been like if I started streaming officially in 2021 or even earlier than that. So if you have been going back and forth being unable to decide if you want to stream, here's your sign to do it now. Number 2 is that I regret not starting my YouTube channel earlier. My YouTube was something I procrastinated for a long time because I used to hate editing videos. I posted a couple of videos last year, but around February or so of this year, I decided to really make an attempt at posting more regularly. It's been really satisfying watching the channel grow, and I've learned to love editing, so I wish I started sooner. Especially because Twitch is in a weird situation right now, it's always good to make sure your eggs aren't all in one basket. This next one is also YouTube related, and it's for the people out there like myself who gets really sentimental over old memories. The third thing I regret doing is not starting a VOD channel sooner. The channel you're currently watching this video on is my main channel where I posted edited videos and shorts, but I also have a VOD channel as well. VOD channels aren't particularly amazing for things like views or advertising your Twitch, but they do get views here and there. The primary reason I say I wish I had a VOD channel earlier is because Twitch deletes your VODs after time, and then they're just gone. I'm very sentimental over my first handful of streams, but they're mostly gone aside from a few clips. If I had started a VOD channel earlier, I wouldn't have lost any of that. It's really cool to see how your Twitch grows in terms of things like audio quality, but you can also see your own personality get more confident with time and your community grows larger. So it's definitely more of a sentimental thing, more so than a strategy, social media kind of thing, but definitely start a VOD channel as soon as you can. You're able to export VODs directly from Twitch as long as your YouTube is connected to your Twitch account. According to Twitch TOS, you need to keep the video private for 24 hours after the stream, but after that 24 hours, it can be public. So generally, what I do is export it as an unlisted video and then I schedule it to go public on just a random day. Since I'm not doing this for views, it doesn't really matter what day it goes public. Number 4 just makes me cringe, and that is VTuber Twitter bait. If you spent any amount of time on VTuber Twitter, you've probably seen posts like, "I need more people to raid, go drop your link in the reply," or "comment XYZ and I'll draw you," or "I'm looking for VTuber friends, so drop a ping if you want to be friends." While it's not always the case, more often than not, this tends to be interaction bait. They'll get hundreds of replies and they usually don't follow up with whatever they're gonna say they're gonna do, like drawing you or rating you or whatever it may be. The rating one was always really weird to me because even if they do end up following you, that doesn't mean you guys stream at the same time. You might be streaming at different time zones or even different days, so that doesn't guarantee that they're going to raid you. So if you see a post like that, just avoid it. Admittedly, I still fall for it here and there, but I remember when I first started out, I was interacting with those posts constantly, and I cringed so hard thinking about that. It did get me a few mutuals when I first started out, but all the mutuals that I actually talk to on Twitter are people that I've met through other means. The fifth thing I regret doing is not taking advantage of channel points earlier. When I first started out, I think all my channel points were just the basic hydrate and stretch, and maybe a few sound redeems here and there. Last winter, I got really into adding green screen videos as redeems, and I can't imagine my streams without it. Personally, I use BQBot for my redeems. Chat really loves the redeems, and my regulars often greet me by just spamming Gibby redeems. Adding any sort of interaction to your chat really helps build a community, and I can definitely tell people enjoy my streams a lot more since I started adding them. There's a lot of different things you can add, but my favorites are green screen videos and TikToks. The last thing is something that I personally did not experience, but I know that many others did, and that is spending a bunch of money on VTubing before you even start streaming. I know, the literal first thing I said in this video was I regret not streaming sooner, but you do not need to spend money in order to stream. I've seen the same story countless times. People spend hundreds of dollars on a nice debut, and then they quit after a month or so because they find out that they don't actually like streaming. There are tons of free resources out there for you to use, and you never have to spend a bunch of money to be a VTuber. You can make an entirely free VTuber yourself using Vroid, and there's also a lot of pre-made VTubers out there on sites like Booth that are pretty cheap as well. Set a budget for yourself, and don't go over that budget until you know you like streaming. Somewhere between $30 or $50 is probably a pretty good budget. If you're going to invest in anything, invest in a good mic before you invest in a VTuber model. One of the biggest reasons people leave streams is audio quality. You don't need something amazing, but you'll probably want something a little bit better than an Xbox 360 headset. I personally use the Fifine AM8 microphone. It typically ranges from like $50 to $60. It's definitely not perfect, but it was a huge upgrade from my headset. I'm always blown away when I watch old clips and I can hear the difference in my sound quality. And those are my biggest regrets as a beginner VTuber. These are of course all just opinions, but if I were to start over from the beginning, these are definitely the things I would want to make sure to get right. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, my 2D debut is on July 12th. It will be celebrating not only my 2D model, but also my birthday and hitting 1K followers on Twitch. I would love it if you join me. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Check out the description for more information about my debut. If you've learned something new in this video, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching!